Hello, today I've got two shortish songs for you from a song cycle that I wrote back in 1996 for a company I was working for called Horse and Bamboo Theatre. And they were commissioned to do a event for Westminster Abbey for Good Friday. Horse and Bamboo are a very visual theatre company who use a lot of mask and puppetry and almost entirely non-verbal theatre, so music was really important for it. And they were commissioned, as I say, to write a piece for the Good Friday service, and it consisted of a procession with the Stations of the Cross, and we had a choir with us on that, which was actually the Leeds People's Choir who joined us for that project. And then we, inside the Abbey, instead of the normal traditional service, we actually did a kind of mummers play, a pace egg play. In fact, we did it 2 years, we did two different ones. The first year we did a retelling of a show we'd done about the Mexican artist J.G. Posada, and about his time on the Mexican Day of the Dead and bringing the dead back to life. So the whole idea of resurrection, I think, was bound up in that one. And then the following year we actually adapted a more traditional mummers play, a pace egg play. Pace egg plays being very common in Yorkshire, where Horse and Bamboo are based around their Yorkshire, Lancashire area. And so we did a version of a pace egg play inside the Abbey, and again very just non-verbal, live music, puppetry, masks, very lovely bright visuals, very clear storytelling using the visuals. So these two short songs are from the processional part of that whole event, and the lyrics very simple, and I'm just going to teach you the melody line for both of them, because the first one, I was going to gather flowers, but my love waited amongst the trees. That's all the words are, and it's a kind of folky melody that has an echo when it's repeated. So you can just sing along with the melody, and then you can just put in the echo. I was going is the first line. I was going to gather flowers, but my love waited among the trees. But my love waited among the trees. I was going to gather flowers, but my love waited among the trees. But my love waited among the trees. And then we're halfway through. Then it starts the same again. I was going to gather flowers, So the flowers is just slightly different note. But my love waited among the trees. But my love waited among the trees. So that's the whole of the first little bit. Then there's a little section. I cried out, but you made no reply. Let's try that. I cried out, but you made no reply. And then that lyric idea is repeated. I cried out, but you made no reply. Try that again. I cried out, but you made no reply. And that's all that one is. So I was going to gather flowers, but my love waited among the trees. And then we repeat that. I was going to gather flowers, but my love waited among the trees. And then we have, I cried out, but you made no reply. I cried out, but you made And it actually then just finishes with a kind of suspended chord. I was going to gather flowers. So that's all that one is. As I say, there are some hummed harmonies, and I have put the score in. It's actually the original score. It was in the days before I had any kind of computer, so I had to handwrite everything. So I've just put a PDF of the score in. At some point I will put it onto my computer, but I just haven't had time at the moment. Then the other one is a kind of little fugue I did, a little round, and the only lyrics in this one are, if the way is hard and the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard and the night is dark, why do we hold back? And that's really, I think, all the lyrics are in this one. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, try that. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? And that becomes a little recurrent theme. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? And that comes lots of times, and it does it in a canon. Sometimes there's a slow, if the way is hard, why do we, underneath it. And then the only other little melodic phrase, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark. And as a rule, we've got the low voices. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? Doing that line, and then the highs. If the way is dark and the night, if the way is hard and the night is dark, if the way is dark and the night is dark. And then we come back together. Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Hold back. Hold back, hold back. Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Hold back, hold back, hold back. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Hold back, hold back, hold back. And obviously we have a nice kind of hold back on that line there. So that's the melody for that one, and that does just kind of run all the way through it. There are some additional harmonies, but I think treat yourselves on Good Friday. Just have a nice time singing the melody and sing along with the backing, and then you can hear, especially in the first one I was going, there's just hummed chords going on, just subtle changes of the harmony, and you can just lay that lovely tune, very sort of folk inspired tune, over the top of it. So those are my two little Good Friday offerings for you from Horse and Bamboo Theatre from 1996, which suddenly makes me feel very old. I did manage to dig out some old photos from the event, which I've put in the little video. They were pre-digital, so I've just had to kind of, make copies of them, and they're not brilliant, but they're pretty good. And there's also a couple of press clippings, because we did make the national press, and in fact we also made the news quiz, because some people were slightly horrified that this left-wing puppet company from Lancashire were doing something in Westminster Abbey on Good Friday. I think the thinking behind the clergy was that they wanted something accessible that was non-verbal, because the Westminster Abbey was full of a lot of foreign tourists on Good Friday, and they wanted something that was very visual, that people could watch and participate in and get some understanding of it without having to understand the text. And the play itself was about resurrection, about death and resurrection, themes of Good Friday. So thank you very much for watching, and please enjoy singing along with these two, and I will see you later. I But you made no reply.
If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back?
If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Hold back, hold back, hold back. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, if the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back? Hold back, hold back, hold back. If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we hold back? If the way is hard, if the night is dark, why do we